I know it's been about 9 days since I last uploaded, and although that might be the norm for most other YouTube channels, usually if I go more than 1 or 2 days without uploading to this channel, people start fearing for my health. No, I'm serious. I appreciate those that reached out to me in my DMs. I was really considerate of you guys, but I'm okay, I promise. The fact of the matter is, between managing my NBA YouTube channel, my NFL YouTube channel, my podcast with 2 other brilliant creators, which huge shout outs to both of them for the way they handled my situation this past week, my Instagram, my 2 TikToks, my 2 Twitter accounts, I guess I was just feeling very burnt out. And whenever I feel burnt out, I don't like creating content for you guys because my heart's not going to be in it. So I took a little time off and I'm back. I'm feeling great and we're ready to drop these shirts on TheFlightMike.com. So if you have a casual that you would like to ruthlessly troll, buy him this t-shirt. It only costs $24.08 and I bet you know why. Of course, it's good to be back. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications. And if you have any video suggestions that you want me to get on, let me know in the comment section down below. Now that we get all that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? So in order to make a proper introduction for this video, it's very important to preface everything I'm about to say by mentioning that we're only 5 games into the regular season. There's been many times in NBA history where a team has gotten off to a scorching red hot start that made them look like bona fide championship contenders, only to completely break down towards the end of the season, being that a result of just bad team chemistry or a key player getting injured or locker room issues. And on the flip side, we've seen many teams that looked horrific at the start of the season completely turn it around towards the end of the season and either make deep playoff runs or eventually win a NBA championship, be it as a result of a key trade like the 2007 to 2008 Lakers that were able to acquire Pau Gasol in a mid-season trade, or last year's Milwaukee Bucks, which looked absolutely unstoppable as they got hot at the right point and completely bulldozed their opponents and won some very difficult, tough key games en route to a NBA championship. But in this instance, the Golden State Warriors are a very, very unique case, because the reason I predicted the Warriors were going to be good going into the regular season isn't the reason why they've been performing so well so far. For example, I said coming into the regular season that there is going to be a huge dependence on their brand new pure 3-point shooter Moses Moody, who was going to fill in the void for Klay Thompson until Klay Thompson was able to return from injury and do Klay Thompson things again. But at the time I'm recording this video, Moses Moody has played a handful of minutes thus far. The other rookie that the Golden State Warriors have drafted, Jonathan Kamingo, who was drafted before Moses Moody, also has yet to enter a NBA game because the Cumbucket is currently working his way back from an injury. Andrew Wiggins has been pretty solid thus far, and I'm not saying this as a knock on Andrew Wiggins, but for the most part, he hasn't really taken a gigantic leap forward, nor has he taken a huge step back. He's pretty much been the same player that we've known him to be over the past year. Otto Porter looks nothing like the former number 3 overall pick of the 2013 NBA draft, nor was he expected to. He was considered to be a very low risk, high reward role player who so far has been filling his role with about 5.6 points per game. Nemanja Bjelica, also the same type of situation. So if it's not the Golden State Warriors new draft picks that are stepping up because of a lack of an opportunity thus far, if it's not James Wiseman taking the next step because he has yet to take the court so far this year and he's not expected back until December, if the Golden State Warriors are short-handed, they don't have Klay Thompson coming back up until around December time, which, by the way, shout out to Klay Thompson. He is absolutely crushing social media during his time off with all these funny posts. He just posted this video of him shooting threes in a Jackie Moon jersey, which is a reference to him looking like Jackie Moon when he had a NBA record 14 3-pointers made wearing a headband about 3 years ago. Then what is the reason for the Golden State Warriors' success? How are they any different this year than they were last year when this team was essentially a one-man show behind the likes of Steph Curry, pretty much doing his best impression of a 2005-2006 post-Shaquille O'Neal Kobe Bryant? Well, allow me to explain. Now, the role player that has been stepping up and assisting Steph Curry's, once again, 30 points per game, while once again completing a bizarre near 40% of his threes, 39% if I'm being exact, is a player that we didn't expect to break out, and that man is Damien Lee. Last year, Damien Lee averaged about 6.5 points per game in 18 minutes per game. When he was shooting from three, he was absolutely lights out, shooting 40%. Now, I know he's only played 5 games so far, but Steve Kerr decided to bump this young 29-year-old minutes up 10 minutes this year, and he has rewarded Steve Kerr with 14 points per game, and get a load of this, off of 5 3-pointers attempt per game, Damien Lee has converted on 46% of his 3-point attempts. So it looks like everyone that was projecting Jordan Poole to be the player that was going to break out this year was at least 5 games in, and this could change. So far they were wrong. Who knows? He might be able to shake things off and eventually get to a point where he is breaking out for the Golden State Warriors, but so far Damien Lee is absolutely crushing it. But in addition to this, the Golden State Warriors are going back to what made them so unstoppable to begin with. They lead the NBA in assists so far this game, with 27.7 assists per game, and the team that is currently trailing them is Chris Duarte's Indiana Pacers, which I know Warriors fans, you might be kicking yourselves for not drafting Duarte, but for all you know, Moses Moody could be pretty solid when he finally gets additional playing time. If you guys want a dedicated video on Chris Duarte, let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll make sure to put that on the docket next. Now, in addition to this, the Golden State Warriors are currently shooting 37% from three, which is again a huge part of their identity, a huge reason why they were good to begin with. And who would have ever thought that despite having arguably the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry, would be one of the leaders in the NBA in 3-point percentage. But in addition to this, Damien Lee, once again, 46% from three, Otto Porter Jr., 42% from three, and that's before they even get Klay Thompson back, which is going to be absolutely terrifying. That's before Moses Moody potentially cracks the rotation. And I know a lot of Warriors fans are saying, Mike, what's up with your absolute love for Moses Moody so far? For all you know, this guy's never going to take a single step onto the court. I have faith in him. I actually see the vision in drafting him, and for all you know, I feel a few months down the line, this is a guy that's going to make a huge difference for the Golden State Warriors. Another reason why the Golden State Warriors are 4-1 is their defense. Currently, at the time I'm making this video, the Golden State Warriors are 6th in steals per game, but they are also 7th in defensive rating thus far. And I don't mean to get you guys overly excited, Golden State Warriors fans, but this is pretty much the identity of the Golden State Warriors to begin with. Shooting lights out from three, leading the NBA in assists, playing lockdown defense. And the scary part is, this is pretty much all a balancing act that is going to help develop the role players until Klay Thompson finally makes his return. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a warning. I don't know what version of Klay Thompson you could expect once Klay Thompson does return, because bear in mind, this guy tore his ACL, this guy tore his Achilles. The only player that I know that have torn his Achilles and ACL and still plays in the NBA currently is DeMarcus Cousins, but they're two completely separate players. Klay Thompson isn't necessarily known for being an uber athletic player. He's more known for his ability to shoot lights out from three, and maybe he might have trouble making those quick cuts once again. We don't know, but even if Klay Thompson returns and is 70% as good as he once was, you can expect the Golden State Warriors to be contenders for the Western Conference Finals, and if not the NBA Finals once again this year, if they continue performing at the rate that they are. So I don't think this is just a lucky start. I don't think they're just getting off to a hot start. I think this is a team that's going back to its roots and is reclaiming its identity and is supplementing Steph Curry with remarkable role players, and still has a bunch of role players that have yet to play and a bunch of their star players that have yet to play. And once all those pieces come together, come February, come March, once this team is fully synchronized with the players that are performing really well right now, with the remarkable talent that they are going to get back in the future, expect this team to be an NBA Finals contender. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all this. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.